Have you ever been caned in school as a way of either punishing you for going contrary to the rules and regulations set out by the school, or either of these offenses? Arriving to school late, talking in class, fighting in school, early morning mental, and truancy? Have you ever wondered why you received those strokes? We have all been in that situation before. This is what is known as corporal punishment, a physical punishment which inflicts pain as justice for many different types of offenses. This punishment has been historically used in schools, the home, and the judicial system. While this is a general type of punishment, it is often most associated with children, and the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child defined it as any punishment in which physical force is used and intended to cause some degree of pain or discomfort. It exists in varying degrees of severity, from spanking to whipping or caning, often used on children and students. Corporal punishment has been used widely in schools for thousands of years for legal and religious reasons and has brought on old proverbs such as spare the rod and spoil the child. However, this type of punishment is not limited to Christian majority nations and has been a staple of school discipline across the globe. The move to outlaw corporal punishment in schools has been incessant after recent happenings. One of such is when a student of the Chinewa Kodia Senior High School, upon seeing his teacher approaching him with a cane, scaled a wall and lost his life. And in the Jache Pramsu Senior High School, where a female student received strokes of the cane after giving her sweater to another student. The registrar of the Ghana Psychology Council, Reverend Dr. Dinah Ba Odum, says although she agrees that some teachers go too far, she does not believe that corporal punishment should be banned.
It was banned because some teachers were sadists. Sadists inflict a lot of pain for the offense. If you look at the kind of punishment vis-a-vis the offense, it's way not proportional. So if it is banned, then it is a good thing. But corporal punishment has its role in correcting behaviors. It has its role, but I don't think I'm one of those who say it should be banned.
Bright Appiah, Executive Director of Child Rights International, disagrees. He says although corporal punishment is rooted in our traditions, it has no place in raising children.
It's not something that is inbuilt, scientifically proven that this is the way that you can punish people. But if you even look at the definition of what corporal punishment is, it's just to cause harm to the body. So clearly, it's just a matter of meeting a certain system, and people also decide to practice it. But with time, research has also confirmed that corporal punishment has not done any reformation in our system. It gives a temporal information to the human body, but does not necessarily deal with issues that make people to commit offenses or do things that will require those punishment.
There are alternatives, however, to correcting a child.
It is about speaking to the conscience of children, for them to know the wrong, the good, and the bad. And in doing that, it has everything to do with their psychological makeup. If a person commits offense, something is informing the person to do that. And everything is about the consciousness of the person to do that or not. So if we really want to deal with corrections and providing discipline to our children, then we have to deal with the values that guides them, that guides their behavior and how they do things.
There are so many ways of punishing children. So many ways of punishing children, because denying a child of something is a form of punishment. You love to play with your tool or whatever, your toy, and then because of what you did, your father, mother takes that thing away from you. It's as painful. It's painful, except that it's not physical. And psychological pain is even more dangerous than physical pain. and asking a child to hide in a corner, preventing a child to watch TV. These are all forms of punishment.
Bright Appear believes that in order to transition from corporal punishment, teachers must undergo training.
At the end of the day, you realize that when it comes to corrective activities, our school system do not have the skill to be able to deal with that. The only thing that they know is to fall on the cane. So now that we have removed the cane, we have exposed the weakness that exists in our educational system in terms of how we can correct our children. So this is not a matter of substitution. It's just a matter of exposing the weakness that exists in the system in terms of how we can correct our children. And that is where, for me, our psychologists must also come in to let teachers know how to administer corrective activities in our school so that children would appreciate the value of the punishment or the correction or the disciplinary action that they've taken.
So the question is, what form of punishment would you prefer for your child? Reporting for City News, my name is Eno Safo.